So I was just leaving the Wild Turkey gift shop and I saw this place just up the road, Larrikin Bourbon. Now, I'd seen these guys at Kentucky Bourbon Fest, and I'd even seen like a hazmat bottle of their stuff. So, what is a larrikin? Here's a good video. Now, is the guy a larrikin? I'd probably say more the kangaroo is the larrikin in this thing, but anyway, let's go check out their gift shop tasting room and see what their bourbon goes like. So that's the Wild Turkey Visitor Centre, the new one, and then less than a mile up the road is the Larrikin Bourbon Company. So I'll zoom in here on the maps, and so I guess it used to be the Lawrenceburg Bourbon Company, and that makes sense because I saw that, I think that's what they might have been called at the Kentucky Bourbon Fest, but now they have a much better name in Larrikin. So no, I am not from Australia, I am from New Zealand. I get asked probably every day if I'm from Australia. So I told the ladies in here I'm going to get a whole bunch of little Kiwis, and next time I drive past I'm just going to stick them all over this place.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
But there's this big brass kangaroo. Wouldn't be punching that because it would hurt your hand. So we'll go in here and we'll check it out. This is a super cool place, man. He's renovated this really nicely. Big, you know, Larrikin signs up everywhere, all sorts of swag. They do sell some gin and vodka. It's got a pretty funny name, Fat Wombat. Now, wombats are pretty cute and they are very fat, so the name checks out. And they also have square poo. Now, they poop square cubes, so there's a fact for you for today.
They came bounding over.
Another fact is a toilet in Australia is called a dunny. So that's where the toilet is. There's old Steve, legend, died too soon.
What good is a fast car, a flash house and a gold-plated dunny to me? Absolutely no good at all. I've been put on this planet to protect wildlife and wilderness areas, which in essence is going to help humanity. I want to have the purest oceans. I want to be able to drink water straight out of that creek. I want to stop the ozone layer. I want to save the world. And you know, money's great. I can't get enough money. And you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to buy wilderness areas with it. Every single cent I get goes straight into conservation. And guess what, Charles? I don't give a rip whose money it is, mate. I'll use it and I'll spend it on buying land.
That stupid stingray. And so here is all their bourbons and ryes. They've won a ton of awards. I tried a couple of their single barrel ryes and single barrel bourbons and a bit of a taster flight. $110 was about their price, so not super cheap, but super damn good. Okay, quick intermission here for a bit of Australian and New Zealand culture. Nobody does burnouts like Australians. I had a car very similar to this. I had an HQ, but this is a Monaro. I had a four-door one when I was a teenager, and I didn't have this much horsepower. But basically, in Australia, they will put a drag car, multiple thousand horsepower engine in a big old 1970s car and absolutely smoke the living shit out of the tires. Let's watch this. Those headers just glowing there. I don't think they're painted orange. I think they're glowing. Oh yeah, look at that exhaust. That's just pouring out flames. Go boy! Burn out! And that, my friends, is how they do a burnout in Australia. So, back to the bourbon. their ryes are also a very strange mash bill of like 65% rye, 25% wheat. So at the moment, Larrikin is a non-distiller producer, so they are sourcing their whiskies and bourbons and ryes from other places. That rye is probably a Kazuba and Sons down in Florida, because it does say distilled in Florida, and it is a very strange mash bill. So here you can take some flights, just their standard stuff, and you know, they're bottled and bond, and that is a lot cheaper and lower proof. But I chose the single barrel flight. It was great. Like, they had a couple of bourbons. I was pretty much set on one of the bourbons. Spoiler alert, last minute I changed my mind and picked the rye. Maybe I should have got one of those packs and got both of them. Have a bunch of candles, gotta love the candles, and some pretty cool mugs. The Australian flag. The New Zealand flag is a little bit different. They have too many stars on their flags, and their stars are the wrong colour, but apart from that, it's pretty good. Super cool little bar here. Some more of their bottles you can buy. Over in the corner is a really cool little cigar room, and it's just a really cool place to come and hang out and have a few drinks. I'll definitely be back because I really want to try that cognac cask. I'd really like to try a lot of their things actually, and they do rotate their single barrels. So they had 2 single barrel bourbons and they had 2 single barrel ryes. And there's a wombat. He's cute and he's fat. Not really into the vodka, but I'm sure it's great, and it's got a fantastic... I know my wife would be buying that bottle just for the wombat. Here's all the cigars. So, you know, come in here, get yourself a cigar. Might have to sit outside, not too sure what the rules are. And puff on a cigar and have a nice bourbon.
G'day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
So this was on a Sunday, so nobody apart from the bar staff was here. They were great and very informative. But backstory on these guys: Greg and Kate Keeley are the owners of this place. Greg is an Australian. He was in the military in Australia, and he was able to transfer over to the US military. And Katie, she is in the military right now. So yeah, very military orientated veteran organization, which is super cool. And they have a couple of cute dogs, which is even cooler. So I didn't get that Distiller's Select tasting there. I just started out with the first 2 bourbons. So it was C11 and C13. Pretty similar proof and age. They did actually taste a little bit different. So C11 was like the previous batch, and C13 was the new one. She was saying everyone was a huge fan of C11, but I actually preferred C13 by a little bit. So that was the one I was going to take. So as you can see here, awesome bar just to hang out there, watch some videos of the whole Larrikin story. There's another Dundee down there, so I'd like to go check that out. So there's old mate. Old mate is another Australian slang. It means that guy. So after trying the 2 bourbons, the lovely lady there talked me into trying the rye, and I changed my mind and I ended up buying the rye. Just such a strange mash bill. I've never heard or tried it before, and yeah, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but man, it's really good, and it had won all sorts of awards and stuff. So here he is. Oh, here's old mate feeding some old mate cows, and there he is with his guns. Old mate with guns. So yeah, they just sit here and tell you all about the story. It's a fantastic, you know, story, and they do a lot of that was at KBF, Kentucky Bourbon Festival. I remember the big kangaroo, can't miss that. Even if you want to, they need a big kiwi. Where are the New Zealand breweries? But anyway, let's go and try out this rye and see what we think of it. Goats. So the one I chose was Barrel 12, 121.4 proof, aged 8 years. And I think, like I said before, that high wheat rye. It's more of a high wheat rye than a high rye wheat, you know. Comes from Florida. Must be that Ozempic place I talked about before, or whatever they call it. But it is very unique. On the nose, you can definitely pick up a lot of those rye spices. No mint that I can detect. But even on the palate, it's got a really nice smoothness like you would get on like a wheat whiskey. Yeah, it's just a really unique, nice mouthfeel whiskey that I can't really stop drinking. So if you are ever around that Wild Turkey area, or if you see Larrikin, like I don't know what their distribution's like, but hopefully it gets more and more. They sound like great people, and I can't wait to learn more about them and try some of their other stuff. I really kicked myself I didn't pick up that hazmat tube thing you can see in the Jono's liquor store hunt. But anyway, that was just a short little video to introduce you and me to Larrikin Bourbon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.